Hi my loves, Hasina here. Happy September. We're going to be doing a get ready with me today. There's ice cream trucks, there's all kinds of random sounds, but we're going to power through. I think today I want to talk about loyalty. I think I want to talk about doubt. I think it's going to be a flow of consciousness. All right, let's get started. So yeah, I'm, as usual, it's a get ready with me. If I remember to name a product, I'll name it. Otherwise, what we gonna do? So yeah, I am thinking about loyalty lately due to things that I've seen online. Isn't that how it all starts? I won't go into details because I think sometimes we all get into the habit of thinking we're like news reporters on behalf of the news reporters, like we're all not able to see the same things if we're all online. But I think about when I was younger, a kid, which I don't know, maybe that's not a normal thing, that loyalty from others was very, very, very important. And I think that is changing for me. I know it's changing for me. I recognize that I think it is important to be loyal to certain things, but loyal to people is more questionable. I say that because I think, loyal to humanity is different than loyal to people. I think that we don't consider how obligatory that concept is. There's a sort of obligation that if you are loyal to this person, you're with them no matter what. And maybe I'm misinterpreting, but that's how I've seen it. And that's how I've seen it online regarding, like news reports and stuff. And I just don't believe in that. Because I think we don't give each other the respect to honor the changes. Honor the changes that we all go through, because we do. We all go through changes, and that may no longer be in alignment with how you feel and what you agree with, and you can't necessarily just stay loyal to a person because they're a person that means something to you if their views and their path, whatever, no longer aligns with who you are. So I think sometimes we have to consider what we're being loyal to. I think being loyal to the earth, being loyal to the collective, the human collective, I think that's important, because there's so much involved in that. There's not one way of seeing, there's not one way of being, and that way your loyalties remain honest. I think that's what I'm trying to say. That way your loyalties remain honest. Because I saw something, about that killing of the choking of the unarmed man, and how the guy got fired. And a lot of people were I wasn't even gonna bring it up, but man. I think some people from the union, I may be getting this wrong, but his co-workers were pissed. And I understand that's your co-worker, that's your friend, but you're pissed like you forgot that someone died by that person's hands. And I don't think we should forget about that. And I think we got to ask each other what we mean when we want people to be loyal, and what are our demands. I understand that's a comrade. I understand you feel differently about what was done and what we saw. See, that's the thing. Like, I don't know. I don't want to feel like you're telling me my eyes don't see what they see. And so therefore we should have this person's back. I don't want you to have my back when I'm wrong. I want you to love me enough to know that it's an experience I can learn from, whatever that means. Be there in the support of me dealing with the consequences of my choice. I don't know. That's what's been sitting with me, and I guess I should keep talking about something because I only got these eyebrows done. Right? It was weird to me. And I understand why that happens, because you do a hard job. You do any job, hard job, easy job, whatever, but you're doing it every day, and understandably it becomes a part of your identity, and you forget that you had an identity before you were ever there, and you forget that that identity is a part of the collective and the people. Before school, before work, before anything, your identity is with the people. All persons from all walks of life. And sometimes I feel like there should be like mandated hiatuses where you just have to go back and remember who you are, so you don't get lost on your way trying to do right. And I don't mean don't do your job. I mean just remember that you are not your job. You contribute. You contribute to an organization where your job is. But you are not the job. Because the job exists before you and after you. I don't really need any concealer for this, but because I just got my eyebrows done. But habit is habit is habit. Something else I've been sitting with. And I realize I've said this before. I just think that, we're going to have certain themes, and they're going to come up again and again and again whenever there's, I feel like a change perspective, a newer perspective. Yeah. So let's go on to doubt. Let's go on to doubt. I've been sitting with the idea that I spent the last few years really, really, really doubting myself. And that's a normal thing that people do. But that's not my natural inclination. And we're in an age where, like, if you say something, it can be interpreted in so many ways so quickly. And if we can get everyone on board agreeing with that interpretation, then fuck what your interpretation is. But I say that because this can come off as arrogant. But my natural nature about myself is not doubtful. I remember being a little kid, and I did not have those big moments of doubting myself. It was always once I was out in the world and trying to be a part of the world that all of a sudden this strange level of doubt would occur within me. Well, I need a faster hand for this, because hopefully my battery in my phone make it through this, because I am moving slow. But yeah, that'll do. Yeah, I've never been a very doubtful person about my abilities. And then I think we have to acknowledge what kind of people we are. And I constantly heard that, like, oh, we think you're so cool, but you just need to do this to, like, you know, be more relatable, be more blah, 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 whatever. And I got that from people who are incredibly close to me. Sometimes I'm incredibly close to people who are very, very extroverted. And I've always been introverted and watched it increase as I age. So I'm incredibly introverted now. And that's not even to include any sensory issues or being an HSP or whatever. And I really, really tried. I really, really tried to listen and be a part of this world, this different kind of world where I really, 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 really listen to everybody. I typically use a more matte foundation, but I'm trying things out. And it was hard. It was hard to do, and it never felt comfortable, and I just always felt like I was begging for attention, and if I wasn't begging or I was getting it right, it was never enough to match what I felt like my efforts were. And that, like, you know, someone's like, oh, you're so good. But it never means anything. And I really had to let that go. It was easy to let go because I got sick and you just hide away and there's less people to talk to. And it's easier to just be in your own little world. So I like this. I think sometimes I like a lot of coverage. I'm used to a lot of coverage. So when I don't have like full coverage, I don't even know. I'm not covering anything. I really don't have too many like blemishes, but I'm always like, I can see my skin. But yeah, I'm not using a matte makeup today. It's supposed to give me like luminosity, whatever. And I've been doing this thing. I kind of chilling on putting the foundation on my forehead. I don't know. I saw Naomi Campbell do it, and I was like, well, shit. Naomi Campbell's doing it. I must try. But yeah, I think like that part of me of trying to be a part of so many things that didn't match me, hoping that there's like this finally some kind of connection. I really, and I know it's real because it's happening as I feel better. Sorry for all the noise. Can't find my concealer. Probably should have looked for that before. I know it's real because it's more deeply set in as I feel better. So the point of that, back to the doubt, is when I am alone for my whole life, I'm not doubtful. I'm not doubtful about who I am, what I'm about, what if it's worth it, whatever that means. I'm not. But I spent a long time just. This is the thing. It's programming. I'm all over the place. Because when I say this, I don't want it to be confused with like, these people are bad or these people are holding me down. I felt that way for a while. But it's programming. We're all programmed. And that means different things in different situations. You know? And sometimes you're around a lot of people who are filled with doubt, and they want you to feel that way too. And they don't even hate you. That's just what they fucking know. You know? But that doesn't mean you stay. Once you start to recognize that shit, you gotta bolt. And I didn't. And I kept trying to make it like work, make it make sense. Because I'm like, these people say they love me. So why do they want me to doubt myself so much? To the point where I was like, maybe I'm fucking delusional. Maybe I'm like, this is gonna sound really like fucked up, but it made me feel like, remember back in the day when they had like William Hung and he became a star because he sang the song poorly, the Ricky Martin song? It made me feel like maybe that's me. Maybe I'm so like not delusional about what my abilities are. And I'm not just talking about art or music, but in general, that like I don't know that I fucking suck. You know? And I still have that fear, like, what if I really, really suck and I don't fucking know? And sometimes I have to remember that it doesn't necessarily, it's often not the case that you're so delusional that you don't know that you suck. Oftentimes it's that you're good or you're decent, but you share your dreams and your hopes with people who doubt. And they doubt because they doubt for themselves, you know? Or they doubt because that, you know, that's their practice. Ugh. That's okay, I can fix it. And, you know, what are you gonna do? I've practiced the route of like just stopping speaking to them. And there's an ache there for connection, an ache there, you know, because you have history, because they love you, even if they don't know how, they do. But then you just have to remind yourself that if you continue to talk to them, you have to remind yourself that you're dealing with people who, they doubt themselves. They doubt their life. And then they watch things that reinforce staying doubtful. So when you talk to them, what are they going to do but want you to feel doubtful too? So I say that I am not mastering this. This is very, very fucking recent. Sometimes I'm just like, fuck you, get off the phone with me, I hate you. Go somewhere. I love you, but I hate you. But I understand a little bit better now. I understand a little bit better. So I have a little more empathy. And I understand a little bit better. And because I'm understanding a little bit better, I can hear me more. Because if you don't get out of that cycle of like you're always talking to people who doubt, you're just gonna always fucking doubt yourself too. Like, this is a thing. Like, I think sometimes the issue with being somewhat empathetic is like, yeah, you absorb too much shit. But if you absorb too much shit and you're not around the right folks, even if you know who you are, it's like going to the gym. You have to like get on that treadmill of reminding yourself, I don't believe this. I don't believe this. I don't believe this. You know? But you gotta do that shit all the time. And who the fuck wants to do that all the time? Not me. So, I'm yelling. So, you know, that's a part of the issue. You know, it just clicked with me. Because I was like, this doesn't make any sense. I've spent my whole life feeling like I was smart, working hard to prove myself. That's another thing I don't want to fucking do anymore, but anything. But like working hard to prove that I'm capable, that I can do things. And now I'm 38 years old. I go to work every day. And if someone said, are you good at your job? I would say, people tell me that, but I don't fucking feel anything. Are you good at your art? People have told me that, but the way my art has worked out, I don't feel anything. And that is the issue. And I had to remember, like, no, bitch. You are good. But if you're looking for folks who don't believe in themselves to find space and time to tell you that you're good, you're going to have some problems. You're going to have some problems. And it's time to get honest about that. You know, and you don't have to cut them all out of your life, but you gotta really, I mean, you may have to for some time, maybe not forever, but you really have to be cognizant that that's gonna be tough on you to maintain your belief system if you're always spending time with people who don't believe in you, or just don't believe in general that, you know, nothing ever is going to work out. And start now, because it's not going to get easier the older we get. Please. Because I'm the first person who's like, I can do anything. I can fix anything. I can make anything work. And then one day I was like, oh, I don't know. It's just me. And I'm like, that's not even my language. That's not my language. I don't speak like that for myself or for anyone. I don't even speak like that for other people. So what the fuck is happening if I'm thinking and speaking that way for myself? So like I said, it's not just advice, it's something I'm listening to as well. I am making sure that I hear myself. And that means when I'm in spaces when I can't hear myself, or it's too low vibrationally, and I mean, I always talk about vibration, but if it's too low, and also sometimes don't just eat it, you know, they're not gonna hear you, but it's okay to speak up and say, yo, why you want me to doubt myself? What's in it for you? Because sometimes they don't even know they're doing it. They could be like, oh shit, I didn't I didn't mean to make you feel that way. But it's just what we do every day. Every day. Even how we share information. And I don't know the right way, and this could probably come up as controversial. But yeah, we have a climate crisis. And a lot of people, you know, we talk about the people who doubt that. But let's not act like it's everybody. So how can we have this conversation where we feel like there's something we can do about it instead of just fucking frightening everyone every fucking day? Because honestly, and maybe I'm probably the wrong one for this, because I'm kind of like, I love life, but I respect the environment. I respect what we've done to it. We gotta go. In order for it to live, we gotta go. If anything, I feel sadness because I don't want that for the youth. I don't want that for the children. But we also have to have a conversation that, like, it's not just me and you. It's everybody. It's corporations. It's organizations that are fucking ignoring the technology available to really make a change. Because it's there. It's out there. I've been talking about that online with my friends. Like, am I tripping? Well, I've seen stuff that can really, like, benefit us in this dire situation right now. And, like, that we don't have any regulations. Like, you know, you have a government who wants to flex when their land's on fire. Like, what do you do with that? That's too much people shit. Like, that's one thing. I think that we forget ourselves. You know, like, I could be tight with you. I could be like, fuck you. I hate you. But if you come to me and you're like, hey, there's this dire situation and you really need to attend to that, I'm not going to flex. Because that's important. I can't be mad at you if I'm not here. I can't flex if I'm not here. So I always feel like that's like fucking crazy. But are we even shocked? I shouldn't be shocked. I get shocked because I always feel like, and I think I've said this before, and I said this in therapy, and my therapist looked at me like I was crazy. But I was like, I have a really good skill of getting tired of my own shit. Just getting tired of my own shit. Like, if it's time to come and check me, come check me. Or like, even if I'm like, everything sucks and blah, 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 whatever, then I'll be like, yo, Cena, Haas, get it together. Okay, so if everything sucks, well, we were still here. What are we gonna do? And I'm just waiting for us to collectively start feeling that way too. You know? Because I don't want to just sit here. Like, if everything is ending and if everything is going to dust and everything is burning to the ground, I'm not going to sit here and be afraid the entire time too. I'm going to just be how I can be. Show me how I can be active. But also don't just show me, show the collective, show the people who are more than 70% responsible for this. And like, if we want to do something about like, how do we get them to fucking care? Because they don't. I think that's my husband coming in. And like, to me, that is the huge problem. Because they don't. They don't care. Oh, maybe I was wrong. I thought that was so many things get on my nerves. Random segue. Stop killing black trans women. I'm on it today. I guess change in seasons are coming, and I had enough. Stop. Stop joking about it. Stop doing it. Stop. Though, like, when you say it's just jokes, like, it can't be just jokes when, like, the life expectancy is 35 years. We're not there yet for the just jokes. It's not cool. It's not cool. Y'all worry so much about people's lives. Then y'all do it feigning under the guise of we're worried about the children. Y'all not worried about no children, because I see a bunch of cis male pedophiles. They're not trans. So it's not about the children. It's about your issues. And sometimes you gotta get over your issues. Like, yo, people have a right to exist. People have a right to exist, and they don't have to do it the way you want them to. Just stop. Have your issues. Go get help about it. Talk to a friend. Don't talk to a friend and co-sign your shit. Go on a website and ask for help. There's my husband. I am putting on way too much blush. So I was talking too much. It's worth it. If it reaches somebody, I will deal with the too much blush. I've been liking that too. Putting a little on my nose. Hi, husband. Really, man, it's too much. It's too much. There's gotta be a better way. You need things to worry about. So we're back. I think the file got too big, I don't know. But yeah, you need something to worry about. Worry about your planet. Worry about your planet. Worry about you. Worry about healthcare. Worry about kindness. Seriously. It's not worth it. And I'm saying worry about it. Don't worry about nothing. Care. We use worry too much, and as someone who deals with anxiety, it's not the best framing of language. You know? But seriously, we're harming people under the guise of what? Proving yourself to be masculine enough, heterosexual enough. Ask yourself why people worry about your sexuality all the time. Ask yourself why you worry about it. Because you're not masculine enough. Yo, that's just shit to keep you low. Keep you low, man. You know what's masculine? Being caring. Treating people with respect. Whether you agree, even that part, saying agree. It's not a debate. It's a being. It's a person. It's a human. Let them live. Let them live. Honestly, it takes the stress off your heart letting people be. Let people be. I don't know. And sometimes I'm just like, maybe not enough people have anxiety, because I'm worried about a lot of shit. I'm anxious a lot of the time. So actual like topics and shit, I'm usually like, yo, let people chill, let them be, let them live their lives. You don't know what they're going through. You don't know what a day in their life is like, and you don't have to. You know that you want people to kind of leave you be to do how you do. Why can't you do the same for them? Another thing that, I mean, I don't know, I'm all over the place. But another thing that kind of icks me too. I mean, race, I'm a black woman, so we're always going to be there with that. But like little funny things, like race is such a weird thing. The desire, you know, in Western society, in America, whatever, it's so weird. You know, the programming, the need to feel superior because of your race, man. It's fucking crazy. And just the constant little microaggressions. I'm getting better with them. I'm noticing, like, I'm not mad as much today. But like little things, like, you know, you give someone your card they put the card on the counter instead of giving it to you in your hand as like a sign of superiority, people bumping into you. Or a funny thing, like when you're getting threaded and you're like, oh, I just can't see the hair because your complexion. And the person threading you is the same complexion. The same complexion. The only difference is they're a different race. So how you see your hair, but you can't see my hair? How? Okay, boo-boo. Just stop, y'all. And I know, because everybody says you gotta find a way to feel like something. You gotta find a way to feel like a being, like a person. So you take any of the chances to do that. Anything to do that. You know, even in TV, like, I was talking to my husband about that. Like, yo, I'm tired of, like, in shows, like, unless it's a black show, black women don't exist. Or they're like some kind of caricature, you know, like no one's met black people yet, black women yet. Or, and this is, let me finish it before you feel away. They're like black adjacent, black light. And when I say that, I'm not shading light-skinned women, I'm not shading multiracial women, I'm not shading biracial women. I'm shading the system that thinks that I don't pay attention to the fact that you make sure you don't see anyone dark or anyone that is not lighter skinned. It's really not cool. The argument and the issue is not with light-skinned women. The argument and the issue is with white supremacy, as per usual. We just gotta do better. Just gotta do better. You know? We gotta do better. You know? But that's the assumption that everybody wants to heal. Not everybody does, my loves, and that is a really hard part for me to realize. You know, it's hard to change if that's what you know. I understand, I get it. I get it. I don't know if I should continue doing these types of videos because I move way slower than my camera would prefer, my phone would prefer, and these are a lot longer than I anticipate. I mean, I'm getting close. I'm almost done. Trying, y'all. Where is it? Where is my... Someone wants me to use this today. I guess we will use the liquid. Let's hope it goes well. There we go. There we go, not too shabby. Let's see. What do we want to do? Yeah, this eye. Oh. So hard to do. Yeah, it's alright. A little jagged, which will be okay. Yeah, that's okay. So, yeah, that's where I'm at. Those are my thoughts for today. Loyalty. Maybe more to the collective. Doubt. If you do it yourself, work to let it go. That's not easy. It takes a lot of practice. If you're not, but you start feeling that way, start looking and seeing what triggers that. Let that go. Stop killing trans women. Stop feeling you're superior because of whatever race you are, or inferior because of whatever race you are. Treat each other with kindness. Care about the earth. Do that. All of it will benefit you in the end. Don't measure your masculinity from outside forces. It will just bring you harm. Right? Ooh-wee. Did I lose that? No, it's on the floor. We're safe. Alrighty, y'all. We got the gloss on. Makeup's done. Mostly. The drop here. Gotta always overdo it so you only have to wear it once. Yeah, never reapply my lipstick. Okay, kitties. I think that's good. Hair's not done, so this will do for now. Alrighty. Good. Good. Thank you for watching. If you're loving these chats, like and subscribe, share, and I will talk to you soon. One love. Peace.